Oh, hey, everybody, it's Mark Boyle, the prepper guy. And I was thinking to myself, I need to throw out a shorter little video and podcast because I don't know if you've been paying attention to the radio show, Two Crazy Guys, but I've asked quite a few times to some of our guests, John Jeffers and my co-host, Don Lowry. This is all great and dandy that we talk about the news and we get all riled up and we go, "This is atrocious. What are we going to do about it?" And then when I ask, "Well, what can we do about it?" Um, nothing but crickets coming from everyone because we're all confused. So it's time to get back to school here, pull our bootstraps up and buckle up. I have a plan. It's nothing crazy. It's not like come to a rally or let's all get together and, rah, 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 which I see all over the place. I think um, Oath Keepers is having a big rally in Washington, and it's good. You get enough people together, and Washington goes, oh, look at the masses. They're kind of pissed off. But it does bring awareness on a national level. So I've been working on a plan, and I've read a few books by Sheriff Mack, um, and the one he talks about is the American sheriff is the last hope for America, or what's going to save America, and I believe that. And so I've been kind of toying with an idea for quite a few years since Lavoy Finnegan was murdered, and up there in Oregon, land of the free. And so what we need to do is we need to really start paying attention on a local level. I don't really care who gets elected nationally. We've talked about the 17th Amendment and the Electoral College, and it's all bullshit. All these primaries and stuff. That's just two big corporations called the RNC and the DNC. Um, you know, having a draft like, well, they picked the senator from Chicago, or whatever, you know. He's just signed a 6-year contract with the state to be their senator. He'll be walking out of there a multimillionaire. But no, that's all BS, and it doesn't move the needle. So I kind of came up with this idea when, like I said, when Lavoy Finnegan was murdered, and I thought, there is a way to do it, but the way we're playing the game right now is we're letting the feds play whack-a-mole with all of us patriot groups when we try to do something. And that's all that happened in Oregon it was whack-a-mole. I mean, instead of whacking them, they murdered them. I guess in a mafia sense, they whacked them. So we've been allowing our enemies to kind of dictate the terms of how the game's going to be played. And that's all really cute and wonderful if we want to play their game their way. But that's not how it works in America. They play our game by our rules. And so I've come up with an idea, and I'm going to be discussing. I want to get an outline together and talk it over with a few of my buddies. And it's not really an open source plan here. I have a plan, and I think it'll work. It's going to take everyone being involved. That's you, me, everyone that hears the plan and goes, hey, that might work. It doesn't require you to, go out, get a bunch of petitions. It doesn't require you to go to a rally or become a public speaker or to make signs and go protest. It just requires involvement. And as it unfolds, you'll see how you can be involved by just showing up at local key events that you'd be interested in. But we'll bring the resources that already exist in your community to bear. And so to kind of give you a kind of a broader idea, so when the feds react harshly, as they always do, when there's a certain type of situation that comes up, they come in like they did in Oregon with overwhelming force and they just stomp the shit out of it because that's their MO. And we'll have a different plan for them. And if we do it right and we do it coordinated, and then we can stomp the shit out of them. This is not illegal. It's not nefarious. Um, you being there wouldn't get you hurt. It involves local sheriffs and law enforcement. So nothing is outside the fray. It's not like we're going to all get pissed off and just go and tar and feather, Congressman Bob. No, that's what they used to do when they couldn't get their voice heard and they didn't get a redress of issues. No, this is totally legal. It is the way it was supposed to be done. The problem is we've been trying to do it on a national level. This country wasn't founded on a national level. It was founded to operate locally. And so this is the plan, to take the fight to them locally, make them leave their home field advantage and come to you and then have the fight. Now, I'm not talking about a fight. I'm not talking about guns or militias or bloodshed and watering the tree of liberty with the blood of patriots and tyrants. I'm just talking about doing something that we could literally do that I think, unless I'm being overly optimistic, would put a real damper on their master plan. And over a few years, maybe not even that long, then they start seeing that, we are in control. Once we learn how to be in control. So I'm going to leave it at that. And sorry, I'm kind of grubby. I've been outside working, putting on the subfloor, to the new addition. I think I've mentioned that a few times, and haven't heard from any of the bureaucrats yet locally, but I haven't raised the walls yet. So I'm sure that'll freak them out when they see that. And they're like, oh my God, what's going on over there? It's like, hey, oh my God, it's not your business. But so I had a little math problems because, 16 on center, if you don't really keep an eye on it, does it really end up being 16 on center? And so I had some issues, but we got it worked out. So now I'm putting the subfloor down today. So I'm all sweaty. I came in to eat and cool off a little bit and then back out. It's like almost 100 degrees today. So that's Arizona. What can you expect? Nice and hot. Shoveling sunshine all day long. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Kind of be paying attention. I'll be getting the word out a little bit more. I'll be doing it in my podcast and the radio show with the two crazy guys on KYAH, and it's also on prepperguy.com/Podbeam. I think that's how you type it in. It's a Podbeam podcast. YouTube on Prepper Guy and on the Prepper Guy site. I think I'll do the outline on a blog, accompanied by podcasts and videos and shit. So stay tuned. I'm not trying to do this as a hook. I just wanted to throw it out there and say, hey, there actually is a way we can do something. There really is, because I'm just sick to death of watching the news bastardize what the Constitution is, what America is, what it really truly represents. I'm tired of politicians go, this is not who we are. Hey, F you. Nobody asked your stupid ass opinion. We voted for you to represent us, not to lecture us. And so I'm sick of it, and I'm sure most people are. So to think there might actually be a way to get a grip on this and maybe start reeling it in, I think it's a good thing. And I'm not, blowing my own horn, but I think it's a pretty damn good plan because I've fought the government on many levels for the past 35 years, and I've done quite well with them because I've learned not how to win by cheating, but I've just learned the law as it pertains to what I'm doing. And so they might get pissed because I'm adding on to my house. And when I harass them about it, they'll go, "Why are you making trouble?" And I go, "No, I'm making a family room and a guest room for my grandson that's handicapped, and he'll have his own handicap ramp and stuff. I'm not making trouble. I'm building, and I'm not breaking a law. See, I'm not breaking the law. I'm pissing them off. They think I'm breaking the law, but I'm not. So once you learn how to dance around the words they're using against you, then you can throw them words right back to them. We had a problem with the city in Sierra Vista, and I kept telling them, "Hey, you got to take care of this. Hey, you got to take care of this." And then I was doing some reading, and I found out that the word nuisance really freaks out the city. So I go, that island with those decorative rocks in the middle has become a nuisance. And I've had my store windows broken out 3 times in the last 2 years. It's a nuisance. Fix it. Oh, within a month, all the rocks were gone. So it's the word nuisance. Who would have thought? So I think you'll like this. Stay tuned, and I'll get back with you. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys all.